Oh, ladies and gentlemen, forget that audible. There's an icon joining us right now.
Yes.
Person joining us right now is first-time author. Okay. That book not on the desk right now. I just realized as I look down here. Now, on that note, got sent a couple copies because this man's a friend of the program. He's also a man who has 105 million album sales.
Damn.
Yeah, and Billboard has done the stats. He has the most #1 country music hits in the history of country music. He had a show at the Sphere, which was incredible. He'll have a show in your town. It'll be the best show that you go to every single year. He has songs that relate to people. He has songs that bring people together. He has songs that make people celebrate. And he has the stories behind them all. In his brand new, first ever book, Heart, Life, and Music. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, Kenny!
How are you, brother?
Oh, that was an intro. How you doing, man?
Well, I apologize. I left the book at my desk over there, so that intro was going to be about as long as it took Bruce to go grab book and get it over here. But I want to let you know, we appreciate the copies that you sent to us. We are huge fans of yours, as you know, your music and everything about it. And this is beautiful. There's pictures in here from moments. I learned about Sixth Gear, okay, his first ever boat. I also learned about Hey Now and its first maiden voyage. I learned about other magical moments and kind of trying times in your life in here. What should people expect from your first book, and how excited are you to have this done and completed alongside going into the Country Music Hall of Fame?
Well, I'm very excited to have it done and completed. But yeah, I think that when people pick up this book, I'm going to take them on a journey to East Tennessee. I'm going to take them on the bow of my boat in the Virgin Islands. I'm going to take them backstage. I'm going to take them all kinds of places. And Pat, this isn't a memoir, really. It's just postcards of my journey, and it's been full of music, it's been full of sports, it's been full of fun and friendship. I mean, you name it, man. I'm just very excited to have it out now.
We're very thankful for your friendship, and obviously sports love you. I think your songs have gotten a majority of people through a lot of things or brought a lot of people together. The book's available next Tuesday. You came through GameDay, crushed it, dude. Hey, you killed that. That wasn't your band either, right? That was kind of a mix.
No, it was Dierks Bentley's band. My band was doing their own gig in Florida.
Shout out to your band. Shout out to your band. I saw Derek on the guitar there far left, had a obviously a little solo in there to crush it. You murdered it there.
Yeah.
It feels like live is what you love, right? That is literally
I love it.
That is who you are?
Yeah, I've been doing it a while now, but it's where I really feel comfortable in my skin. And I've done GameDay 3 or 4 times. So I'm sorry I didn't get to see the other day, but it was fun doing it.
Yeah, you were great for us. I want to let you know we're thankful that you did it. And if you get a chance to see Kenny Chesney live, you should certainly do that. Now, he's in stadiums and has been for like 2 decades. A lot of NFL connection with Kenny Chesney. AQ has a question for you, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny, it's been well documented that every time you go on tour and you travel to all these different places and do the stadiums and all that, you go into the team's facility and get a workout in. What is your favorite NFL weight room that you've worked out in?
Oh, wow. The Cowboys facility is awfully nice. There's a lot of great ones. I mean, you know what though? You can tell where the money is because the college ones are the nicest ones. I mean, they got money, and they're putting a lot of money in the weight rooms in college.
Yeah, and they're also huge stadiums. You know, you got 102,000. It's like
it's insane.
Yeah, 112,000, 115,000.
Yeah.
These colleges are outrageous, and somehow one man who sings that good shit can fill them all up. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Kenny, your longevity is unbelievable. The fact that you've been so good for so long, selling out stadiums still. I don't know, like, as you continue to keep playing, like, do you enjoy it now more than ever? I would imagine, like, I know all of us, as I age, I look back and think, like, man, this is a pretty awesome situation I'm in right now. I would imagine you have that moving forward, like, every single time you maybe play a show.
Yeah, AJ, I love it more than ever, really. And I've gotten to a point in my life where our life is a lot like a baseball season, and I start in the spring and I end in the fall. And I'm really particular about what I put in my body, you know, and I work out really hard and I train a lot like an athlete to go do what I do. And so having that mindset, we play on a Thursday and a Saturday night when we do a stadium tour, and I feel better up there now than I ever have, honestly.
Used to be just big time party, right? For you, even maybe back in the day, I think we talked about.
We had our share of fun, Pat.
Yeah, that's obviously talked about in Heart, Life, and Music as well. But it's a different animal now.
Yeah. I got to a point, I think we've talked about it before. I've got to a point where I had to choose, right? I had to choose if I was going to party out on the road or do what I really love. And all of a sudden, I got to a point in my life where I couldn't do both. So I chose to do what I really love.
Cold tub on the road, trainer.
I do.
Yeah, you're talking about like really taking care of yourself, but it shows in your performances, man. You give everything every single night. I think there's only a few, performers that can really do that. I watched Taylor go for like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was outrageous. Luke Combs loses his mind on stage. Like there's different levels of this shit. Morgan runs. I mean, he runs like 700 yards, and you bring it I think that's a big deal. I think that's you showing appreciation to your fans. Do you agree with that?
Well, of course. The energy you get from the audience, I think any entertainer will tell you, the artist you just mentioned, or whoever it is that's up there on stage, we give what the audience gives us. The more energy we get, the more energy we give. And that's how it's just, sometimes it's like an avalanche coming at you and you can't stop it. And those are the nights that it's almost like an out-of-body experience. And I've been very fortunate over the years to have a lot of those nights and a lot of good people around me, that share the same vision and the same discipline and the work ethic. Because if it's like anything else, it's like a company or, you guys working on the show, if you get somebody that's not in line with all of it, it's not great. And so we've worked really hard to have that. And I feel very fortunate to have a great group out there helping me.
Yeah, great team. Obviously a bunch of road warriors. You're out there all the time. And you got a chance to kind of go inside and do something very special. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Kenny, we had the privilege of going to the Sphere once. It was awesome. Unfortunately, not for your show. You did the first run. What did you learn from that first run that you're going to bring to your second run? And did the Sphere, did it surprise you at how cool it was even while you were doing the shows?
It was so cool, man. I mean, what it did, it forced me and the band to find different neural pathways in our brain when it comes to preparing for the show. When we go to a stadium tour or whatever, we know what that's like to go prepare for that. But this was a completely different animal. It was almost emotional in nature when you're up there with your band and your audience. And even if people have been, living with your music for a while, they come into the Sphere and hear it and they experience it in a completely different way. And it's just really incredible. So yeah, we're already working on next summer's show because some of it's got to change. It can't be the exact same thing. So if I went to somebody's show at the Sphere and went the next year and saw the exact same thing, I wouldn't love it. So we're in the process of changing it. Almost half of it probably.
Is the Sphere just going to become one of your yearly homes? Hey, we'll just drop in, do the Sphere. We'll go in, do some stadiums, and we won't be able
I don't know that it would be all year, like we've done last year and this coming summer. But it's definitely going to be something, hopefully, that we'll go and play every now and then if we want. I do in ways miss the energy of being up there, and being in a different town every night. But trust me, we should do your show from the Sphere one morning.
Yeah.
Yes,
we should, Kenny.
It's a great thing to do, man. It's a great thing to be a part of.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, if you're gonna pay for that, we will certainly do that.
Yeah, I'll pay for it.
Yeah. We love that.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
love that. We love that. Yeah. Maybe we'll get a Hey Now boat out of this thing as well. So
no question.
Hey, there's something to think about here. I know we're brainstorming for the next Sphere, and I don't know what you did the first time when we weren't able to see the show. Was trying to get out there, wasn't able to get out there. I think you have the biggest John Deere tractor of all time.
Oh, man.
She thinks my tractor's sexy. You lead off with that, don't you? That tractor's coming from up above, and that thing's pulling back there around. That thing's posing, maybe flexing on the other side of it, and then you kind of lead off. Just something to think about. Hey, these are just
okay. Hey, man, we'll take any kind of creative input you got.
Just one big ass John Deere just riding through that thing, because she does. Her eyes do light up whenever she sees that thing. On that note, about how many songs that you have so many songs. I listen to 4 Kenny Chesney songs a day, probably, just in my algorithm, because the amount of songs that you have. So much different shit but also kind of similar messaging. On that note, Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, when it comes to that, Kenny, when it comes to like new music and things like that, how difficult is it, like finding something new to say, I guess, because you have so many songs in the catalog? Or at this point in your career, like, do you not care about that? Is it just like, hey, I know where my bread's buttered and I'm going to kind of give the fans what they want?
Well, I mean, that's a great question because you can't go and sing the exact same thing. Like if somebody gave me a song, let's just say somebody gave me a song just like No Shoes, No Shirt, No Problems. Well, I can't sing that song because I already have No Shoes, No Shirt, No Problems. But a brand new act, just brand new on the scene, if they get that song, then all of a sudden they're brilliant. But I can't sing that song. So the target is really thin for me when it comes to listening to music. And I mean, I'm very thankful because very few artists get to a place where they compete with themselves when it comes to music. And so that's where I am. So I get there, but it takes me a little longer to find exactly what I want to say.
Song selection's crazy, dude. Song selection is absolutely crazy because
thank you.
Yeah, because for you put out some shit out there. I mean, people are gonna say, Kenny's lost. But you have so many songs and so many albums. You put out a new album. We all know it from other artists, right? They go on a tour and they want to play their new album. And everybody hates it. So, but you put out a new album. It's like more bangers are coming. More bangers are coming. You have a great eye or ear. It seems like for.
Well,
go ahead.
What I try to do is I almost edit myself to a fault because when I'm listening to songs, I try to put myself in the audience, in the place of the audience, and what's going to turn them on, and what's going to make them want to enjoy their summer, and what's going to move them in any way. And if you notice, I mean, like if I have ballads and I love to sing slow songs, but when you come to a show, you won't hear many of them because by the time we get on stage and by the time they're there, I don't want to take the chance of losing them. So we hit them, boom, really hard, constantly.
Yeah, just tap it down. Drop it down. Get them going there. I like everything about it. Con Man has a question for you about some, ball.
Yeah, Kenny, another suggestion for the Sphere would do just play the entire Boys of Fall music video.
Yes.
I think it's 8.5 minutes long. The Sean Payton speech, and it's amazing. We were watching it before the show. I mean, chills every single time. But speaking of football, how do we feel about the Vols this season? They got a big one against Oklahoma coming up. Still feels like they can make the college football playoffs. Where are you at as far as hopes go for the Tennessee Volunteers?
Yeah, the Vols don't have very much wiggle room right now, but they got a big, 3 games coming up that are pretty big, or really big, and I'm pulling for them. But what about our Patriots?
Oh yeah, Kenny.
Our Patriots.
You said
You
it,
gotta
brother.
you gotta be fired up.
Drake May's the future, man. You need to, first of all, you need to go see Drake May. Just be like, hey, how do you get all this greatness? And you guys can kind of exchange some greatness talk. And don't look now, Kenny, but we're gonna get some pieces here. Myles Garrett might be a New England Patriot.
So Cleveland Browns have come out and said to Boston Connor's report of Myles Garrett maybe being traded to the Patriots, there is no chance of that happening. But can you talk about your connection with the Patriots in Foxborough a little bit? Because I think you're obviously a Tennessee guy.
I started playing there. My connection to New England has been really strong for a lot of years, but my first show at Gillette in Foxborough was in 2005, and it's just grown from there. And I've become great friends with Robert Kraft and Jonathan, and was good friends with Bill when he was there, and now I can't believe how great Vrabel's doing. I mean, I've been friends with Vrabel since he was a player in New England, and our friendship has grown over the years. And now here he is, and has the Patriots. What are they? 5-2, 6-2, something like that.
Yeah, very good.
6-2, baby.
And they got a lot of money, Kenny. They're looking to maybe make a trade to go on a Super Bowl run, which is crazy to think because we all thought maybe the Patriots were dead. And then Vrabel goes up there, and Drake May is this wonder child, and all of a sudden the Patriots. But he's only 23. He's 23 years old, Drake May. It's outrageous.
But Mike has a unique way of I've been to his practices, and I've been around him when he's in the zone, and he has this unique way of getting the most out of his players, and a way of having the whole team take on his competitive nature and personality. And you see that happening right before our eyes. It's crazy to watch. I'm proud of him.
Have you ever seen Vrabel smoke 3 cigarettes at the same time?
Well, I can not at the same time, but I have seen him at shows, and We did Boys of Fall one night in Columbus, Ohio, and Vrabel and Herbstreit came up on stage in the middle of the song. And while I was singing, I'm back behind the mic and I'm back there singing the song. And Vrabel starts walking down to the stage, high-fiving all the people. You know, it was hilarious. But yeah, I've seen Mike backstage at shows.
So it sounds like he grabbed a beer, maybe guys walking down the stage. I don't want to give away too much here, is what you just said. Middle of story is what I just heard happen.
Yeah, he'd had a little bit of Grandpa's cough medicine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, as you should. Speaking of Columbus, Ohio, Ohio State legend, A.J. Hawk has the last question for you here, Kenny.
Yeah,
Right.
Kenny, I mean, you talk about Braves. It's hard not to keep following up on Braves. I've been to a Toby Keith concert with the Braves when I was in college. And Braves kind of hosted us, and we went, R.I.P. Toby. It was amazing. Did you ever think of hiring Braves to come out? We saw J.J. Watt tackle a guy on stage one time.
Yeah.
Were you ever worried that was going to happen with Braves?
Well, I mean, I thought about hiring him last year when he didn't have nothing to do. But, you know, he could come out and sell T-shirts for me.
Yeah, Braves could see.
Good idea.
He would.
He'd be great.
But Braves is always, look, Braves, it kind of goes back to what I was saying about the team this year. I mean, Mike Vrabel is great for morale. He's just great. And so he's just a great friend and great to be around. And you can see that, like I said, you can see his mentality and his positive energy it's just infectious, and I'm very proud for what they're doing up there.
I'm very proud of you getting your first book done alongside
Thank you, man.
Holly Gleason. You get photos that you've probably never seen before from Kenny. That boat right up there, hey now. This boat down here, 6 gear. This up here is just him hanging out with nothing but the ocean to see. A lot of behind-the-scenes photos in the book that's available next Tuesday called Heart, Life, and Music. Tickets to his next Sphere round available this Friday.
Hell yeah.
Boys of Fall documentary brought to you by SportsCenter with appearances by Sean Payton and a list of other football legends available now. Kenny, you're the man. We can't wait to see you back on the road.
Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate you.
You're the best, ladies and gentlemen. It's Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, Kenny!